Welcome to the Leadership TKO podcast, your source of strategies and insight to make you a winning leader. With no further ado, here is your host.
All right, everybody, Lakeisha McKnight is here. Great evening, great evening, great evening. Super excited to be here on this Thursday. This is a Thursday here in the United States, Thursday, September 14th, 2017. And of course, with our company, this is Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast with Lakeisha McKnight. This is a podcast that's a part of the Leadership TKO radio station and connected to the Leadership TKO brand. And this brand is housed under a limited liability company, an LLC, that's entitled the iLead Company, LLC. Now, iLead stands for the International Leadership Education and Development Company. So once again, thank you so much. We have our main headquarters here in Chesapeake, Virginia, here in the United States. And then we also have a branch of our company in Nigeria, Africa. And that branch is iLead SOE, or School of Empowerment. So thank you so much for once again being connected, being involved here. So what I am going to do before I go ahead and dive into any content, I do encourage you to definitely come back after we're here live, come back to the description area and click on some of the links that we're going to post in there. Now, any links that we mentioned during this episode will be in the description area. So be sure to click on them, check them out, and definitely get connected. We have our YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have our main website that we always encourage you to go ahead and visit to learn more about the company. And that main website is www.leadershiptko.com. That will help you learn about the brand. So what I am going to do is share on social media platforms. These are some of the platforms that we primarily leverage, a part of the company. And the main one we leverage is Facebook. So even while I'm sharing on Facebook, feel free to share with your network as well, or text people and let people know that we're here live. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and type in join me now as I am live serving. I'm just going to say new, or I'll say aspiring and experienced speakers. Because if you didn't know it, today is actually Pro Speaker Thursday here with the Leadership TKO Night Show via podcast. It is indeed Pro Speaking Thursday, where we're serving speakers. We're helping speakers to build influence, become influential leaders by way of using their mouths to have a greater impact for those that they desire to serve. So we just shared on my profile on Facebook. We're also going to share in a group because we do have an interest group on Facebook. So we are going to share there. And hopefully we're good with doing that. And then we also have 2 fan pages that we're going to share in. We have 2 fan pages that we're going to share in as well. So the first fan page I'm going to share on is my personal fan page and let people know there, because I believe on the personal fan page we do have over 14,000 people, and we do encourage you, if you're not connected to the fan page, go ahead and get connected. And it's really simple to get connected, really simple. Of course, you have to go to the URL. That's the fastest way to do it, or you could just search on Facebook for it, but our username there is a little lengthy. So it's facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks fan page. That is the entire URL. So it's LMCKNIGHT, SPEAKSFANPAGE. So L McKnight Speaks fan page. And we're also going to share on the Leadership TKO for Speakers fan page. That will be the last place we're going to share tonight. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully we're good and there's no concerns with us getting there. Sometimes the internet likes to be a little bit tricky. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. So it appears that we're good right now. It appears that we're good. So once again, thank you so very much for being here and listening in on tonight. We're focusing in on speakers. For those of you who aspire to be speakers, you're speakers already. We thank you so much for being connected. We definitely want to help you to grow as a speaker, whether you're trying to do it full time, you're trying to do it part time, whichever way you're trying to do it, we're trying to help you out in a major way. The message that we focused in on today, just to make sure we remain in alignment with everything, we focused in on helping speakers to write a speech because we know that that's your primary real estate. Okay, that's your primary real estate is your message, your speech. And so on the blog post today, which is leadershiptkO.com /blog/how-to-write-a-speech. Whew, that's a long URL. But guess what? The URL is going to be added to this episode's description. So be sure to click on it so that you can read the entire blog post. But we talked about on the blog post how you can write a speech. We talked about the speech skeleton, right? Is really similar to writing a paper, but you really have to lay out each section and allocate time accordingly, and even before you write the speech, you have to do that. The components are the introduction, the opener, the personal introduction, the statement of the problem, 3 to 5 points of the body of the speech, the summary, and the closer, or some people say the call to action, depending on the purpose of the speech. So every speech may not necessarily have a call to action depending on what the purpose of giving that message is. But again, those are the main parts. Let's go back over them again. Your introduction, you're really making a statement there. You're really making an impression. You really have to grab their attention as soon as you jump out there on stage, right? So you really have to have a stellar introduction. What is it going to say? Your opener, of course, how are you going to open it? Is it going to be a stat that you're going to use? A fact? Is it going to be some humor? What is it going to be? Your personal introduction, if you want to say something about yourself, kind of introduce yourself. Hey, Lakeisha McKnight here, blah, 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 right? And then your statement of problem. What is the issue that you're going to be addressing during your message? And you want to break that down into the 3 to 5 points, depending on how much time you're allotted. So, for example, if you're the keynote speaker, and you're writing a speech as if you're a keynote speaker, then you may be given more time. So that means that you might want to use the 5 points for the body of your speech, right? Or perhaps the summary. You want to look at the summary because the summary is tying it all together. So if your summary is not on point, you can leave people hanging. They're wondering, where's the rest of the message? So make sure you have a stellar summary / closing to your speech. Remember, these should all sound familiar because when we're in school, depending on where you reside in school, you're taught to always have a conclusion or a summary at the end of your paper. And so you want to do the same thing when it comes to your speech. Never leave them hanging unless you know that it's like a training type of event and you're going to be back tomorrow or you're going to be back in another few days. Okay, so if a speech, if it has a great connection to it and you're going to connect them to something else, that's fine. But if it's just kind of like, you're not going to be before them again, then you want to make sure you end the speech the correct way. So on the blog post, we talk about that. We talk about the speech skeleton. We talk about the speech's opening, a great way to open it up. Sometimes some people use anecdotes, right? Some people talk about other things. They start off a story. It could be a hypothetical story or it can be a personal story. So make sure, once again, you get to that blog post, right? Get to that blog post. Essentially, that is what you want to do, my friend. And I appreciate each and every one of you, too, that's listening in, because I do respect the fact that there are many of you listening in from all around the world. I'm talking about India, Japan, China, the Republic of Korea, Croatia, France, South Africa, Ghana, Canada, of course, throughout the United States, we thank you. We love you all. In every country, we love you all. We thank you so much for being connected to Leadership TKO. And as a matter of fact, I do want to let you know, we always remind you that we are going to be soon getting some translators. What this means is that people from other countries, if possible, right? If possible, we can get them to translate our podcast here so that it makes it easier for you to listen in. So it's not just you just trying to make out what I'm saying and you don't really understand because you speak another language. But because you speak another language, we want to cater to your need. And your need is understanding what we're saying. And this is the reason why we did that for the blog today. We actually on the blog, if you go to the leadershiptko.com/blog, you're going to notice on the sidebar, we have on the sidebar, it says need translation. And you'll be able to click on your flag and hopefully your flag is there. These are some of the most common flags for those individuals or countries, those of you who are following and connected to Leadership TKO. So, for example, we have Norwegian up there. We have Spanish. We have Welsh. We have Latin. We have Arabic, Croatian, right? We got Zulu up there, Italian. We have all these. Irish. Oh, I think I said Irish already. We have a lot of these languages up there. So hopefully we'll be able to find the one that you will be able to click on, and so that you will be able to understand the messages that we provide to help you to really become that winning leader. That's what we're here to do. And in addition to that, like tonight, we actually gave one of the most critical webinars for speakers. And we talked about the blueprint to mastering the art and the business of speaking. And you definitely want to grab a hold of it. Okay. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, I missed it. Well, guess what? We're going to have something special for you. It's going to be available. May not be at the same particular investment that some of the others received, but you'll still be able to get access to it. Okay. You still will be able to get access. So we're going to share more information about how to get access to that really, really soon. So definitely stay plugged in. As I was sharing with some of the attendees of that, we're also going to be looking forward to providing a course for you. That way, it makes it something where you can do it at your own time, your own leisure, and follow along. We also have connected, if you didn't know, we do have speaker consulting and one-on-one mentorship when it comes to speaking. So if that's something that helps you, or you're one of the individuals that say, well, Lakeisha, I work better one-on-one than in a group, then we also serve and meet the needs of those of you who prefer one-on-one help. Okay. It may not necessarily be that it's going to be me. And we just put that out there because of the way that things are structured with the company. But we will be able to have someone to assist you. And even as I'm talking about that, normally, of course, today we do have the Leadership TKO, that global reality show. But we wanted to make sure we spent some time with speakers tonight, because we know that there are so many of you out there today that really have a message that you want to share, and you're really trying to get it out there. So make sure you're connected to me on Facebook, because a part of a wonderful campaign we have going on, we also have a group, and that's the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign group. And there are over 1,500 women in this group. And what we're going to begin to allow, okay, hopefully you're listening now, you have to be a member first of the campaign to and really to activate this opportunity. I say activate it, to take advantage of it. And it's going to be combined with our Small Business Saturdays opportunity. Okay. This is if you have a message, a keynote message, a signature message for your business that you want to share with other women. We're going to allow this to be so. Okay. But you have to be a member of the campaign in order for this to happen. And so let me share with you just a little bit of information about the campaign. I'm not going to go into depth because we do have websites you can go to so that you can learn more on your own. But I can tell you that this movement is global. It's not just here in the United States. It's not just in Asia, in Thailand. Okay. It's not just in Africa, which it really will be. Actually, in October, it'll be more so. It's there already, but it will be more so there deeply in October. I want to encourage you to learn more about this campaign because our mission is to promote a spirit of sisterhood amongst women so that we can become effective leaders. So if you believe that every woman has the potential to be a great leader, or if you want to enhance your leadership or have women in your network that's going to strongly support you and help you get to where you want to go, if you want to share your branded message with over 1,500 women, the campaign, the Born to Lead campaign, is the way to go. And we encourage you to become a member. So it's a very simple process to being a member. It takes less than 2 minutes to become a member, by the way. It's absolutely free. Did I say that? It costs you no money, $0, 0 pesos, 0 baht, right? 0 naira, 0 to become a member of the campaign. So what you want to simply do is on a desktop or a laptop computer, you want to make sure you go to www.leadershiptkoforwomen.com. Now, this first website I'm giving you, which will also be in the description area, is going to give you more information about what the campaign is about. So become educated by visiting that website. And then there's another website that it's a questionnaire that immediately helps you to become a member. And that website is born2lead2017.com. born2lead2017.com. BORNTOLEAD 2017.com. If you go to that website, it's going to be a questionnaire. Follow the steps, submit the form. It's going to take you over to a Facebook group where all of the 1,500 or more women are connected. Request to join the group and we will let you in. It's just that simple. Okay? So that's the way that you can quickly get involved because you don't want to miss out on these wonderful opportunities to grow yourself as a leader. Because we do provide business and leadership training. We give life skills mentorship and so much more. So we invite you to get plugged in. And we appreciate the fact that you're here. We appreciate, number one, Janine Harrod Brown, as she's down there in the comments area, supporting and providing some links for you all if you're listening in live. Remember, when we're live, there's an interactive platform, so you can leave a comment or ask a question. And let me say this, if you've enjoyed anything you've heard during this episode, I do encourage you to like this episode, hit the little heart button and like it as well. But I will give you a heads up that tomorrow is Fitness Fridays. We're focusing on health and wellness. As much as we like to shy away from fitness and health and the way that we eat, as leaders, in order for us to make a big impact and become winning leaders, we have to focus on taking care of self. And we're going to be focusing on that tomorrow. So I do want to thank each and every one of you for being a part tonight, as it is Pro Speaker Thursday, or Speaking Thursday, I should say, where we're helping you to become stronger, influential speakers by way of using your voice and your words. And so we're going to be here tomorrow once again at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Fitness Friday. But until then, I do encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.
Thanks for listening to the Leadership TKO podcast. To continue the conversation of how to take your leadership from good to great, visit www.leadershiptko.com.